So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to encrypt a hard drive or USB thumb drive that is just a regular standard drive. So let's just say you have a regular USB thumb drive or an SD card as well as micro SD, or you have a regular hard drive that you want to go right ahead and encrypt. The software I'm going to be using, it's called VeraCrypt. I'll go right ahead and leave a link to where you can download it down in the description. So let's go right ahead and get started. So of course, I already have VeraCrypt installed on my computer, so we're going to go right ahead and double click on that. And I'm going to go right ahead and insert the actual thumb drive I'm going to be using. So this is going to be my 8 gig USB thumb drive. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right ahead and click on volumes. And I'm going to do create new volume. So here we have three options. So we're able to create an encrypted file container. I'm not going to be doing that. We could go right ahead and do an encrypt a non-system partition drive. That's actually what I'm going to be doing. Or you can also encrypt the file partition or entire system drive. Like I said, I'm going to go right ahead and do the middle option. We're going to go ahead and select that, hit next. So here we have the option to go right ahead and do a standard VeraCrypt volume encryption, or we can actually hide the encrypted drive from prying eyes. So for this one, I'm just going to do a standard, encryption. If you want to go ahead and do a hidden encryption, you could go right ahead and do so yourself. All right, so we need to select a volume location. So we're going to go right ahead and select device. And I already know it's going to be removable device 4. That would be my 8 gig USB thumb drive. For you, it might look a little bit different. But, go right ahead and just make sure that you're not selecting a different drive that you don't want to encrypt. There we go. So that is selected. We hit next. So now we have, of course, the volume creation mode. So we could go right ahead and choose two things. So we could go right ahead and create an encrypted volume and format it. So that's going to basically delete any information that you have in there. Or we could go right ahead and do an encrypt partition in place. So of course, I'm going to go right ahead and choose the very first option. All right, so encryption options. So we have various encryption algorithm that we could go right ahead and select. I'm going to go right ahead and just leave it at the standard AES. And the hash algorithm, I'm going to leave at SHA-512. We're going to hit next. And of course, volume size, it already knows it's 7.22 gigs. So we'll hit next. And here we're going to go right ahead and choose a password. Now, if I remember correctly, VeraCrypt actually strongly recommends you actually using a 20-character password with lowercase, uppercase, special characters, as well as numerical. But it's not mandatory. So you could go right ahead and, if you want to be very secure, you could go right ahead and do, choose a 20-character password. Or it's up to you if you want to go a little bit lower. So for me, I'm going to go right ahead and use an 8-character password. So let's go right ahead and do so. I'm going to go right ahead and hit next. So of course we get a warning. Warning, short passwords are easy to crack using brute force techniques. So of course it is highly recommending you to use 20-character password. Of course, I'm going to go right ahead and hit yes. We have another option. So if we're going to be storing files that are above 4 gigs, you would want to go right ahead and select, you are going to be saving files above that. Or if it's just going to be small documents or, whatnot, you could go right ahead and do no. Okay, so right now you do have a volume format. So if you actually move the cursor around that window, it's actually going to go right ahead and increase the cryptographic strength. So all you got to do is just move your mouse around here and there until it's actually full. Once it's done, you could go right ahead and stop, and we could just go right ahead and hit format. Actually, before I forget, so you can actually change the file system. So if you don't want it to be just FAT, or you want it to be NTFS, extra FAT, it's up to you. For me, I'm just going to leave it at FAT, and I'm going to do a quick format. And we get a warning message. At this point, I'm just going to go right ahead and do yes. There's really nothing on that hard drive, so let's go ahead and go and do format. Of course, all files currently stored on the selected partition will be erased, so just FYI, if you're going to be encrypting something, make sure that you back up the data. All right, so right now it is giving us a warning. Basically, please keep in mind that this volume cannot be mounted, accessed using the drive letter I, which is currently assigned to. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can go ahead and mount this. VeraCrypt volume has been successfully created. We're going to hit OK. Right here, if you're going to want to go right ahead and create another, encrypted drive, you could go ahead and do so, but otherwise you could go right ahead and hit exit. Okay, to mount the hard drive, this is what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to select an empty drive letter. So let's just say let's just do R. So we'll go right ahead and select that, and then here we're gonna do select device. If you encrypted a file, then you would select encrypt file, but for me it's gonna be select device. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down all the way and select my 8 gig thumb drive, hit OK. And here I'm just gonna hit on mount. Of course, it's gonna go right ahead and ask for a password. It's also gonna auto authenticate, so depending on what you chose, I usually leave it at auto authenticate. Okay, so here I'm just gonna go ahead and type in my password, hit OK. It's gonna go right ahead and load up. And there we go. So the drive is mounted. So we could go right ahead and double click on it. And as you can see, basically now you're able to access that encrypted volume. So now you're able to move any documents or anything that you want to secure. And like always, I really do hope you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you on the next one.